Welcome back, everybody. Now, in this section of the course, I'm going to show you how to create this middle section here of the website. So I'm going to show you how to add this banner with an image. I'm going to show you how to add a text and this button right here. So let's begin. So let's go to our editor, and the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to click on anywhere in the middle of the page, and then we're going to go to add a banner. So you just come over here, click on the plus, and then we're going to go to banner. On the banner, and then we're going to click on we're going to select the very first one. So just click on it, and then you can see this appear right here in the middle of the page. So whenever you see the arrows going north, east, south, and west, that means you could move the image or the banner. So we're going to move it down a little bit, and if we scroll all the way down, you see it has these arrows here. That means you can resize it. So we're going to make it a little smaller so it fits on the page. Okay, let's scroll up, and there we go. So now the very first thing we need to do, we need to change this from image. So we're going to right click on the image on the banner, and then go to appearance. And then what we need to do is we need to come to this one right here. That will give us the full width banner. So click on that one. And then we're going to come to images right here. And we're going to add an image. Okay, so this is where we go to add image. So click on this upload button. All right. Now, when it uploads or when it populates this will show you all the images that you've already uploaded. So I already have the image right here. If you don't have the image, all you just need to do is go to upload, and then it will bring it to the option where you can go on your computer, and then you search for the image on your computer and then upload it, and then there you go. So all I need to do is just click on this. There'll be a check mark that confirms or shows that I have this image, right? And then I just come over here, and let me just move this here, and then just click on confirm. There we go, and you can see the image right there. Okay, so now you can see, right? Let me just close this, and you can see the image does not really look like the image right here, right? It doesn't. So we need to do some work. So how we make adjustments is we right click, and then we go to appearance. And then when appearance populates, then we go back to images again. And then this is the image, right? So whatever you call the image, it'll be called, that's where it'll be located right there. And to make any changes, you click on the little gear. So we're going to click on the little gear, and then it gives us a whole bunch of options, okay? So there's all these options in here. I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but one of the options we can do is we can go to fix. Okay, you can see once we click on fix, right, it sort of brings it to where the image should be. And then if we go to original, no, that's too big, so we got to go to full screen right there. Okay, and then let's just click out. Let's see if that matches. Let's just see. Go back to our image. Okay, yeah, it pretty much does. So the reason why it's a little bit off right now, you can see because it scrolls, right? Okay, but that does match the image. Okay, there we go. See, once I move it up, you can see, right, the image sort of moves a little bit. All right, but that is perfect. Okay, so that's how you add the image. All right, if you want to, that's how we add the image. So now we've taken care of that. Now we got to add some text. Because I think this website says, what does it say? Great food at a great food at a great price. So we need to add that onto the image. Now there's two ways to add text. One is you can come over here, go to the plus, and then go to text. That's one way. The other way is you can just come over here and highlight, and once you have it selected, you'll see these two, dots right there, and you click on Control C, and then Control V, copy, and then paste, and then we could bring it right down here, and then the text is right there. We are going to get this notification because we're moving it from the header, so it's letting us know that whatever we moved will not be on every page anymore. That's fine. And if we double click, we can now go in and change the text. So we're going to delete this, and then we're going to type in great food at a great price. Okay. And there's 2 exclamation marks. There we go. All right, and we need to increase the size because I know the size was a little bigger, so I think yep, that should do it. H3. Okay, so now we need to spread this out a little bit so it goes all across the screen. So just bring it like that. There we go. All right, so great food at a great price. Okay. Now we need to add the button. So let's have a look. Let's go have a look. See? Yep, looks like it. Perfect. So now we need to add a button. Okay, so come back to the plus sign here, and then we are going to go to buttons. Now you can see that there are a lot of buttons in here for you to choose from, but we are going to choose this blue one right here. Now I could choose a button that's a little bit rounded, right? But I chose this one just to show you how to make changes to the button, okay? So the very first thing when you select the button is to change the text. You right click and then you go to text. Text right there, and this is where you can change the text. So we want to change it to say order now. That's what the button said. So order now, and hit confirm. You can see that it changes. Now the other thing we need to do, we need to make sure that the corners are rounded. So if you right click on the button and then go to appearance, okay, and then you want to come down to, now this, all of these options is where you're going to change the font, the background, the border, everything, right? Is all right here. So we want to go to rounded borders. And what we want to do to get the corners rounded is you want to type in 100. And then 100 here. Okay, and then 100 here. And then 100 there. Alright, so then we can click on it now. You can see. Alright. There you go. Looks just like it. Let's go to the picture right here. Alright, there you go. Okay, so we got the button now, order now. So if I right click though, because I do think that we just need to change the blue a little bit, right? Because this blue, I think the blue there is a lighter blue. So if you go to change or color of the background, that's where you can change that. And if you go to colors here, that will change the text. If we go to color of background, you can see that this is the blue that's selected. So we could change it to a little bit lighter. Maybe this blue. Okay. And then this is the hover. So let me show you what hover means. So just in case you don't know what hover means when you put your mouse over it, it changes color. You see that? You see how it's white? It's set to white right now, right? But I need to set it to blue. There you go. So now, you see? Change to a darker blue. Alright? But what I need to do though, I need to come back to the background color. I'm going to set it to a lighter blue. And then I'm going to set this blue to, set this hover blue. This blue right there. There we go. Now you can see, right, that the hover for the, now there's two hovers, one for the background and there's one actually for the text. So you can see the text, if I go down, let's scroll down to, let me just make this smaller. And then if we go to the text, this is the color for the text. So the hover, right, for the text is actually white. Alright? And then we can also change the border and everything. So this one actually, okay, but we got to change that though, because this one here, okay, there's no hover. So let's take off the hover. Oops. Okay, let's take off the hover. Let me go back here, and then go to appearance. Okay, and then we're going to take off, go to colors, and delete the hover. Alright, so there we go. It's looking a little bit better. Then we have to go to borders. Right, you can see there's a blue around the border. You got to delete that. And there we go. And then delete that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's looking much better, don't you think? There we go. Okay, so it looks like we're pretty much done. Let me just go back to my checklist here. Okay, so I showed you guys how to add the banner. I showed you how to add an image. We talked about adding the text. And I just showed you how to add a button. And I even went the extra mile and I showed you guys how to round the edges. Alright, so in the next video, we are going to continue with creating our site. So I'll see everybody in the next video.